Thank you, Nora. I appreciate you.
Let's go. Okay, what do the term street smarts mean when people be like street smarts?
Street smarts means your ability to get by in the real world, whether it be like just your ability to get by in the real world. It's not necessarily logical. It's your ability to get by.
Okay. If you had 10K a month for life, if you play 3 different iMessage games and win, which one would you choose?
10K a month. That's, I mean,
10K.
play.
You don't play games?
I mean, the iMessage, I don't know. Amara, what iMessage games do we play together? I don't know. I play Mancala, maybe, the color game, and everything else I'm absolutely trash at.
Facts. Okay. What's your thoughts on guys following women back on social media? Following women on social media, they ain't follow them back.
Why am I required to follow you back? That's crazy.
Facts, right. People make it seem like
I will, but if I don't, why should I have to?
yeah. It's not prerequisite that I gotta follow you back though. Yeah, okay.
And I feel like a lot of men follow women because they find them attractive or because they're just being creepy, and it is not my obligation to fulfill your weird thing. That's personal. That's not my business.
Do you follow a lot of men back?
I do not. I don't follow very many people back in general.
Okay. Facts.
It's female or men, because it's like, if you speak to me, I will absolutely follow you back. But if you don't speak to me and you just follow me, I have no obligation to follow you back whatsoever.
Like I can see if you know somebody in real life and you follow them on social media, but even in real life, I don't believe in just following people on social media like that. Like I don't know. I just feel like people look at it so they can lust after you and stuff.
I don't even necessarily believe it's so that they can lust after you. I believe that people just click that button, and again, I'm not obligated to do anything, especially if you've never spoken to me.
Fair. I think people like to lust and crave, so I can just follow them on social media and keep up with their lives. Okay, what's something you realize as you get older?
What do I realize as I get older? That most people aren't. Loyalty is a figment of your imagination. Most people aren't loyal. Most people have their best interest at heart, and they will cut you down to make themselves better. Thank you for the rose, babe.
Okay. What's the word? Why is the worst feeling is not knowing if you should wait or give up?
Because it's the uncertainty. It's trusting your heart over your mind.
Okay. Why do people keep questioning their worth, their self-worth?
I mean, as a society, I feel like it's difficult to establish self-worth in the first place because you're constantly comparing yourself against other people, and social media perpetuates that by having people who you idolize or even people who you see who you want to aspire to be, but then it's really difficult to get there. So you're constantly questioning if you're good enough or if what you're doing is enough. I mean, it's all part of, it's all part of human nature and the psychology of wanting to be something that you're not.
Right. Matter of fact, there's a book out there called The Laws of Human Nature. I'm gonna study that. But you know, the first law of nature is self-preservation, though. Why do you think that is?
Why do I feel like self-preservation is important? I mean, fight or flight is a part of our fight or flight is important, is ingrained in human nature. So self-preservation is a part of that.
Interesting. What's something that appalls you every time you think about it?
What appalls me every time I think about
Take your time with it.
I was gonna say my ex, but that's not very nice. let me think a little harder on that.
You want to come back to it?
I'm gonna pivot because me and Amara. Listen, Amara knows me better than I know me. Sometimes she knows how I'm feeling before I know how I'm feeling. So if she knows one, then she
okay.
Then she knows one.
All right. Okay. What's your sexual fantasies you want to fulfill?
I'm gonna pass on that question.
Okay. How important is emotional support in the relationship?
Yeah, he's recording me. How important is emotional support. I mean, in any relationship, not just it's important in every relationship, not just like a romantic one. So whether it's your friends or your partner, being understood and being cared about and the emotional maturity is important. I mean,
Okay. Which one is harder, moving on, starting over, or letting go?
letting go.
So if you caught a man cheating red-handed, but he's remorseful, what is next?
No, because you weren't remorseful in the moment, and you're only sorry because you got caught. Fuck that.
You sorry you got caught. Facts. Absolutely.
So the whole thing is don't be sorry, be better. And for me, sorry only helps the person who's done the thing. So like if you're saying sorry to me, it's not really for me, it's for you.
Right.
I'm good. I don't need your apology. Keep it.
Okay. Do you feel like no woman is busy for the right man?
I feel like that is not fair at all. People live their own lives. People are busy with their own lives, and to expect a woman or a man in that to drop everything for another person is crazy. Now, obviously, you can make time for somebody if you care, but to expect all the time in the world, infinite amount of time, is unreasonable.
Okay. What is a part of history that we consider to be a fact but 100% fake?
I don't know the answer to that because I typically believe what is in history.
Okay. What is the difference between love versus lust?
Lust is physical. Love is a deep emotional connection.
Okay. Right. What advice would you give someone looking for love?
To love yourself first, because you'll never know how to love somebody fully if you don't love yourself.
Okay. Do you still have friends you know from 4+ years?
Absolutely. I have friends who I've known for 15 plus years. That's my family, though.
How do you know when you have a real friend versus like people get social media friends and associates and acquaintances mixed up? How do you know when you have an exact real friend?
I feel like that is between you and the person, because you don't necessarily need to know somebody in real life to be friends with them. It's just, I feel like that it but depends on the relationship that you have with that person, and it's sometimes hard to differentiate between, those acquaintances and real friends. Sometimes you get burned, but it happens.
Okay. How did you know that it was time to end that last relationship?
I think I knew it was time before it even really started. I just feel like I was in a vulnerable place.
Okay, when you're looking for a life partner, what are some things that you look out for, both the good and the bad?
Let's see. So for me personally, I look for somebody who understands the way that I am as a person. I'm kind of chaotic. I think chaotic is the word I'm going to use, and I need somebody who understands that and doesn't want to change that. I don't particularly enjoy people who want to control or micromanage who I am as a person. I am comfortable and happy with who I am. So that's probably most important to me, is somebody who understands that.
Okay. You ever regret letting someone into your life?
Of course. And anybody who says otherwise is a liar.
Okay. What sucked as a child but is awesome as an adult?
Socks as presents. I fucking love getting socks as a gift.
Love socks too. How do your friends describe you?
I mean, my friends are in this chat. You can ask them how they describe me, but I would probably be really. I'm just chaotic. I'm a ball of chaotic mess. That's the best way to describe me. I'm a ball of chaotic mess and anxiety, and I am unapologetically myself,
Okay.
which is either good or bad, depending on who you ask.
You think aliens exist, or are we alone in this universe?
What do you mean? The government said that the aliens exist, and it would be naive to believe that we are the only intelligent form of life.
Okay, so you believe in UFOs and extraterrestrial? You hear me? I say
No, I don't necessarily need to see them to believe in them. And again, it would be naive to believe that we're the only form of intelligent life that's anywhere. The galaxy and the universe spans for millions and millions and millions of light years. So it would be crazy to believe that this is the only form of intelligent life out there.
Have you seen a UFO before?
No.
Okay. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
I don't believe in Bigfoot, but that doesn't disqualify the fact that he might exist.
Right. Okay. If you could live your life at only one age, what age would it be and why?
Honestly, I'm really happy where I'm at right now. So I'm in my early 30s. I'm happy here in my early 30s. I found peace and happiness and how far I've come, and peace and happiness and the people who I've chosen to surround myself with in my career, in my life. I would continue on right here because I'm doing pretty well, and I'm more mentally stable now than I was before. The only exception to that statement is I could possibly go back to when I was 14, right before my dad died, and I could live in that universe forever where I got to see him. But
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay, I'm 26. What's the most attractive thing a man can do to get your attention?
Be himself. I don't particularly like people who pretend to be somebody that they're not.
When people say be yourself, what do they particularly mean by that in conjunction?
I mean, whomever you are, whatever drives you as a person, I am willing to accept who you are as long as you come to me authentically, rather than coming to me in an inauthentic way because it's what you think that I would like to see.
Okay. Do you judge people easily or not?
I think that's a strange question. I feel like that's a double-edged sword, because I would say that I don't judge people easily because I don't particularly like being judged in general. But obviously, if somebody's dressed crazy, I'm gonna look at them and be like, damn, bitch, what are you wearing?
Right.
But as a person, maybe on a superficial level, I judge people, but like down to the core fundamentals of who they are, I don't tend to judge people. Everybody walks a different walk of life, and who the fuck am I to tell you how to live your life or to do the things that you do that make you happy?
Right. I think everybody judges, because we didn't have a judge. We had criminals on the street running with chaos. What's your thoughts on women that wear bonnets and pajamas in public?
I mean, if that's what gets you by, go off. I mean, who the fuck am I to tell you what to wear? I mean, I might look at you crazy because maybe you couldn't get dressed, but if you're comfortable, if you like it, I love that. If you like that, I love that for you.
Okay. What was one thing that you always wanted to do but never got the chance to?
I'm gonna pass on that. I don't want to get that deep here.
Okay, interesting. Do you prefer material gifts or you prefer cash?
So fun fact about me, and Amara can attest to this. I don't like people to buy me things. I don't feel comfortable when people spend their hard-earned money on me. So whether it's cash and or it's material presents, I don't like receiving. I much prefer giving things to people. It makes me happy. It's one of the ways I show people I love them, but I don't like receiving. I feel like I am quick to pull out my card. You are 100% right. I don't like receiving gifts. I prefer like doing things like acts of service that really does something for me, or even like words of affirmation, like I care about you. That does way more for me than ever buying me something.
Okay. What qualities do you need to be? What quality do you need to be your friend?
I mean, it's not like there's a specific checklist of things that you do or do not need to be my friend. I just, again, it comes down to genuine connection. I'm not gonna just befriend everybody. I'm nice to everybody. I don't feel, I don't like being mean to people. But for me to consider you my friend, there has to be some kind of connection.
Right. What's your thoughts on reality TV shows?
I watch a ton of reality TV, even though I know it's fake.
Right. Okay. What are two ways to win your heart?
I mean, I feel like that's not. I don't feel like there's two specific ways. It's just it depends. Again, it's all situational. Like, it's one person could do two things for me, and another person could do the exact same two things for me, and depending on the intentions behind it would be how I would perceive it or receive it in general. So it's not a specific. There's not specific things, if that makes sense.
A truth many people have refused to accept.
That's a good question. I don't know. What is a truth that many people have refused to accept? I don't know.
Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll skip that. Do you find it easy to trust others?
Not particularly, but again, I am a highly emotional person. I rely very heavily against. I rely very heavily on my emotions, so it all depends on how I connect with the person in general. There are people who I've known for 10 years who I wouldn't tell things to, and then there are people who I've known for 6 months that could know my entire life. It's not a. It's a situational thing. I feel like a lot of your questions are very cut and dry, and life is not cut and dry.
Well, that's your opinion, though. We're just we're just doing what we do. We're just having fun with it, though. But, okay. Is there anyone that makes you very happy anytime you see them?
Amar, Tuki, Nubia,
Okay.
Ray. I'm very, very grateful and very, very blessed that I met those beautiful women on here, because they help me be my best self, or they at least listen to me when I'm down some.
Yeah. Okay. Do you leave a relationship based off your emotional intelligence or your logical intelligence?
It's always emotional. It's always. I rule my life on emotions. I am a very logical person in general, but when it comes to human interaction, I am so emotional.
Okay. You know what they say, when emotions are high, logic is low.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I will put myself out of a situation even if it hurts me, but I believe to be my most authentic and sincere self, I have to live true to who I am, and if that makes me illogical, then so be it.
What's the law you wish could change in the country?
I don't know. I don't necessarily believe this. I mean, this is a long concept, but I don't necessarily believe that felons should be treated the way that they are after they've left prison. I believe if you've done your time and you're rehabilitated, that the system systemically keeps you down, and I don't necessarily agree with that.
I just feel like the people who are R-worded people and child pedophiles, I think they never need to get out. I don't think you can rehabilitate an uncivilized mutt like that, in my humble opinion. Like,
there are obviously certain crimes that if you commit, you have a moral compass that doesn't point due north. But I mean, there are other things other than the ones that you literally just stated that are considered felonies.
Okay.
So, nonetheless, I mean, parole, probation is a setup for failure. I 100% agree with that. And then I just believe that systemically the country is wants to put down people of color, whether they're Hispanic, Latino, or black. It's both. It's not one or the other.
Okay. Well,
it's everything. I feel like it is what.
But I look at it like, I hear what you're saying, but I ain't gonna here to argue with your point. But I think in my humble opinion, I think especially black people, I think we're the most targeted, and they definitely try to go after successful black people and target them. They try to make them the poster child for whatever reason. Though I don't know if it's over 400 years of oppression that we've been through, or whatever the case may be. But I just always feel like, they always trying to make an example. And if you look at the stats or whatever, black people are getting hit harder, doing more time than anybody based on the same crime of people who aren't of color.
So I think our definitions of people of color are a little bit different. I consider black and brown people of color.
Okay.
And because I grew up in Florida and because I grew up in a very heavily Hispanic community, I've seen the book get thrown at people who are quote unquote brown just because. So again, I don't necessarily disagree with you. I feel like systemic racism is systemic racism. I just don't necessarily agree with your definition of people of color. I believe Hispanic, Latinos, and all of those are also people of color.
Okay, appreciate you coming on though, man. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you a lot.